Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's VR 360 News Bulletin. Today's bulletin will cover the following noteworthy information. Manchester United vs Brentford. Starting lineup, 2 players out, unusual GRH trio to start. Manchester United vs Brentford. Preview, a defining day for Ten Hag. Thomas Frank warns Manchester United to beware of early blitz. Xerxes receives shock after poor run of form. And now for the detailed content. Manchester United vs Brentford. Starting lineup, 2 players out, unusual GRH trio to start. Dear viewers and listeners, Manchester United is facing an injury crisis with potentially up to 10 first-team players unavailable. Lenny Yoro, Tyrell Malacia knee, and Harry Maguire muscle are all sidelined, while Noussair Mazraoui is absent after surgery for heart arrhythmia. Manuel Ugarte limped off during Uruguay's training camp and will be assessed. Additionally, frequently injured players like Luke Shaw, calf, Mason Mount, collision, Kobbie Mainoo, hamstring, Alejandro Garnacho, knee, and Amad Diallo, illness, are also concerns. Manager Erik ten Hag will deploy Johnny Evans at left back, with Diogo Dalot switching to the right. Matthijs de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez are recalled to form the centre-back pairing. Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandes will start in midfield, while Rasmus Højlund will compete with Joshua Xerxes for the striker position. Brentford also faces difficulties with players missing like Yohan Wissa, ankle, Rico Henry, Josh Da Silva, Igor Thiago, all knee injuries, Aaron Hickey, thigh, and Gustavo Nunes back. Mikkel Damsgaard, collision, Christian Norgard, muscle, and Matthias Jensen, calf, are also unable to play and are questionable for this weekend's match. Manager Thomas Frank may consider a 3 centre-back formation with Sepp van den Berg, Ethan Pinnock, and Nathan Collins in central defence. Christopher Ajer and Keane Lewis-Potter will take on wing-back roles. Brian Mbeumo, Brentford's top scorer with 6 goals after 7 Premier League matches, will continue to lead the attack alongside either Kevin Schad or Fabio Carvalho. Predicted lineups for Manchester United vs Brentford. MU 4-2-3-1. Onana, Dalot, Martinez, De Ligt, Evans, Eriksen, Mainoo, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Højlund. Brentford 4-2-3-1, Flecken, Vandenberg, Pinnock, Collins, Ajer, Janelt, Nergard, Mbeumo, Damsgaard, Lewis-Potter, Shade. Manchester United vs Brentford preview, a defining day for Ten Hag. Erik ten Hag has once again escaped the threat of dismissal and continues to lead Manchester United despite the team's worst start in Premier League history with only 8 points and 2 wins after 7 matches. Ten Hag's future remains uncertain following a 7-hour executive meeting in London with leaders such as Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Joel Glazer. All attention is focused on Ten Hag as Manchester United sits 14th in the table, closer to the relegation zone than the top 4. And already 10 points behind league leaders Liverpool. Since the 7-0 victory over Barnsley in the Carabao Cup in mid-September, Manchester United has failed to secure a win in their last 5 matches, drawing 4, including a goalless draw against Aston Villa before the international break. This season, Old Trafford hasn't brought much joy to fans, but they have reason to be optimistic ahead of Saturday's match, as Manchester United has won all 5 of their recent home games against Brentford in the Premier League, with an aggregate score of 13-2, last losing to the Bees at home in 1937. Brentford has developed a habit of starting quickly in the Premier League, scoring opening goals within 80 seconds in their last 4 matches. Although they couldn't defeat Manchester City, Tottenham, or West Ham after taking the lead, they did beat Wolverhampton 5-3 just before the international break. Brentford currently has 10 points in the Premier League this season and sits 11th, 2 points ahead of Manchester United and 3 points behind the top 4. They have lost all 3 of their away matches in the league this season, but are looking to avoid a run of 4 consecutive away defeats for the first time since the 1961-62 season. Brentford's head-to-head record against Manchester United is not very promising, having won only 1 of their last 10 meetings, losing 7 and conceding 24 goals. However, with their fearless style of play, they can still be confident when facing a struggling Manchester United. As Brentford travels to Old Trafford without pressure, Ten Hag is under much more stress. He cannot accept another underwhelming performance at home, where Manchester United has lost their last 2 matches 0-3. Both teams have defensive weaknesses this season, so the likelihood of many goals is high. However, predicting which team will win remains difficult, so a high-scoring draw is possible. Our prediction for Manchester United versus Brentford: 2-2. Thomas Frank warns Manchester United to beware of early blitz. Statistics show that Manchester United has won 4, drawn 1, and lost 1 in their last 6 matches against Brentford. However, these were all hard-fought points. Sometimes the Old Trafford side had to wait until the final minutes to enjoy victory. The clash in round 8 of the 2024-25 Premier League season may not be an exception. Mounting concerns. Manchester United has only scored 5 goals so far. The continuous disappointment from Marcus Rashford, Joshua Zirkzee, or Rasmus Højlund has frustrated fans. Moreover, captain Bruno Fernandes has shown inconsistent form. He has only 1 assist in the Premier League. Discussing the Premier League match between Manchester United and Brentford, Merson shared, Brentford could score in the first minute this weekend. If that happens, you never know what will happen next with Erik ten Hag and Manchester United. Brentford is playing very freely. They will score at Old Trafford, that's for sure. But the problem is, whenever they take the lead, they seem unable to maintain the advantage and secure the win. Anyway, Manchester United can't win easily, so I predict this match will end in a 2-2 draw. I expect Brentford to cause problems for them throughout this game. Joshua Zirkzee played well at Bologna, but this is England and especially at Manchester United. You're always being watched at this club. If you miss a chance or don't get a chance, it's always a topic of discussion. What's his best position? Where do they play him? Against Brentford, I would choose Højlund over Xerxes. In my opinion, he's the better finisher, and Manchester United will need goals to win, because Brentford will certainly score. This information concludes today's news bulletin. Thank you, and goodbye until our next video.